everyone to Pro League here in Columbus, Ohio. These 2 weeks of cross division before we move on to playoffs and then champs. I'm your host, Katie Bedford, joined by Nameless Study and Pac-Man on the desk. Now, if you missed yesterday, the beginning of these 2 weeks, we did have some unexpected outcomes. And what we want to focus on right now is, of course, Evil Geniuses taking down 100 Thieves in that Map 5, Round 11. It went the entire distance. Nameless, something you touched on was that complacency might be 100 Thieves' biggest enemy. Do you think that's what happened here?
I don't think they're complacent at all. I just think that going forward, that is going to be their biggest enemy. I just think that they were celebrating their win a little bit. They didn't practice that much coming into the league, and they know that it's now time to get back to work. They had 4 different members of their team playing 10s last night, trying to improve, realizing that these are the 2 biggest tournaments of the year coming up, and they have to buckle down and be that best team because you can win all events in the year, but if you don't win champs, you won't be considered that great team of the year. So. They're really going to focus in now and try to continue to be this best team.
But also, Evil Geniuses, though, Pac-Man, definitely a solid showing. I mean, you could have expected, looking at their past performances, that they were going to get bodied by 100 Thieves, and they certainly didn't.
I mean, yeah, the inclusion of accuracy to the team, it looked like it helps, but it's short term, right? That's their first match, so I don't want to jump to conclusions so far. But they won 2 search and destroys, which I think is the biggest part. So for a new team, we're adding a new person to their roster, and being strong in search and destroy is extremely important. The respawns were fine. I mean, they lost that control, but they were up 2-0. There were signs of life. So like the EG team looks really good. Attach in particular looks amazing. He had like a superstar performance yesterday. So hopefully he can keep that up.
Let's look at our division standings, because again, 100 Thieves taking that loss yesterday, still in 2nd place, but I imagine Study probably not overly concerned about it.
Oh, they're definitely not overly concerned. They just didn't practice since they won that championship.
They're guaranteed playoff bracket already.
Talking to Slash yesterday, he just felt like he's been putting in a lot of work, and his teammates just been playing pubs or just not playing. So as a leader of your team, you're not going to basically want to get on their back. You know what they need to do. All they have to do is just play the game, and I'm guessing they're going to come in here and actually start getting back into that rhythm that they were going into Anaheim.
Well, yeah, of course, having high expectations for your team is definitely a good thing. And on that note of high expectations, you can see UYU versus Enigma6. And it feels like neither of them have really reached high expectations at all this year, Nameless. I mean, Enigma6 looked close there at Anaheim, but kind of petered out toward the end. But in this matchup, I mean, they both took 3-1 losses yesterday to Units and LG, respectively.
Yeah.
And I mean, this kind of seems like it's just going to be like a, I don't know, bottom of the barrel slugfest? Maybe not? What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, it kind of seems like that, right? I think E6 have a lot of potential, though. They did get top 6 twice. They have some players who went off at the last tournament, and they were a map away from being in, top 3 position at Anaheim. So I think E6 can be solid. And UYU, I mean, Blast was really the only player that impressed me yesterday. Obviously, this is a completely brand new team. Like, E6 has a core, and they're adding 2 players, and they're trying to figure it out. UYU is starting from the ground up, so they have a lot. It's an uphill battle for these guys, so they have a lot of stuff to learn, and I think that's what they're using this as these next few weeks, is a learning experience, and then try to make it in through the play-in.
Well, Pac, that's got to be hard too. With such an overhaul to their roster, you're not only learning how to compete against the other teams, but also how to work with each other. And how difficult is that from a managerial standpoint when you have such a big overhaul to kind of get people onto the same page so quickly?
It is difficult. I don't think they need to necessarily do it quickly, though. So, like, the UYU is not in a position where they're going to qualify for the playoff bracket, realistically. A lot of things would have to go their way. So from their perspective, from their position, they just need to get better over time. Like, these guys, a lot of them have never even played together. They just formed a team of people that were all on bad teams, respectively. So now they can just shed that, right? Get rid of those old team issues that they had and just try to figure out how to play the game together. The new patch is coming soon. Maybe that'll help them. You never know. They can strengthen up. Nato was, in the past, a superstar sub-player. Maybe the patch can fix that for them. There's things that they can look forward to in the future that can make them strong.
Then Study, so on that note, UYU, if they lose, they're eliminated from playoff bracket contention. So do you think, though, that maybe everything Pac said and maybe that reduces some of the pressure on them? Like, don't strive too hard, just work on getting better and see where things go?
Yeah, it's definitely over time. They just want to be able to build it. Like Ant said, they're starting fresh. You're bringing a team with 4 brand new players. You have to learn everything all over again, and you want to be looking forward to just those big 2 tournaments. Obviously, you're going to understand it's going to be really hard to qualify to get in the playoff bracket. Right. So you're going to go through the play-in bracket, but that's just something you have to already settle. You just want to be able to perfect your craft as a team, working on the next 2 tournaments that are just coming up.
Pac, talking about Enigma6, you can see Kismet there on a screen having very good performances for his team. Do you expect we might see more runs like they had at Anaheim, at Miami, and maybe Champs, or was that maybe their moment to shine?
I think that was their moment to shine, if I'm being honest. Like, that team, they hit their peak at that time, and they still only got 6th place. That's probably why they decided to make a change. But, I mean, they were playing a fantastic tournament. Goddard's playing the best tournament we've ever seen him play. And it's just hard. And at those last couple tournaments, a lot of stuff happens, and all these teams are going to be at higher form. So at that tournament, there was no LG, basically, no Envy, no Splice. Now these
set up
teams
for the tournament. Like, this is going to be the easiest tournament to get top 8.
Yeah.
Not to win, but it'll be the easiest tournament to get top 8.
It's the easiest tournament because all those teams were
Because
not
two
at
super teams were nerfed.
Exactly. They weren't at their peak. So now that those teams are back to form, or at least in position to get back into form, it's just going to be way harder for them.
And I think E6 realized that, and that's why they made that roster change. So can they get top 6 again? Absolutely. They definitely can. They have the pieces to do it. But yesterday was not a good showing whatsoever, so they have a lot to learn once again. But they've shown us that they can put it together with 2 different rosters now. Now they're on their 3rd one. We'll see if they can do it over the course of the next 2 weeks.
We will see, but we're ready to get things started. UYU versus Enigma6 with the wonderful Miles and Momo.
She's right, we are wonderful. Welcome, friends. We're ready to rock and roll for another day of Call of Duty. Can't wait. You were in the same shirt as Pac-Man.
Actually, quick change with the transition that went quickly. It's the same shirt. I'm sorry.
Pac-Man, he's not wearing a shirt right now. You got it real quick. Can't wait for today's games, though. Of course, both these teams, they went down 3-1 respectively. So they're looking to bounce back in a big way. I love that shot of Goddard there on his phone. That's a lot of fun. Everyone having a good time here in the Columbus Pro League studio here. As we go to Hacienda, it's a double dip. We're going to frequency Arsenal to end this one off. Phil, I mean, where do you see these two teams? Again, Rostermania was interesting to say the least.
Yeah.
I mean, the UYU roster is basically 100% new, as the desk said.
I think the UYU is kind of the scraps of, players that others teams didn't want, and I think that gives them a lot to prove. E6, I think they had a choice. They made a choice. They changed their roster. Some people agreed with, some people didn't. And honestly, I think I'm going to have a quick restart here. But nevertheless, as I was saying about the E6 roster, I think it's something that these guys made a big choice, and again, I think it's something they may pay the price for. But adding someone like Brezzy to your team, which isn't, he's not an English-speaking player. Of course, he knows enough, shall we say. But they went for a big impact, and I'm excited to see the C6 roster. They had a very strong showing at the last tournament, and UYU, I do see them as a bit of an underdog going into this one, but you look across the board, 5 fantastic players. It's just, can you get them on the same page? Both of them came off a 3-1 loss yesterday. That was to Units and Luminosity. So again, looking for the first one of the week.
First one of the week would be ideal for both these teams. Again, we've only got 2 weeks of cross-divisional play. We're already 1 day into it. And then it's Miami. Gosh, the World League has flown by. Pro League this year is what we started in Feb. It's gone by so quickly. Can't believe it. Still.
Same every year.
I know. The match is starting, friends, but again, we still have Miami just around the corner. Grab yourself a ticket. Team pass is still available. The 19th to the 21st at the beautiful Miami Beach Convention Center. I believe it is 3 blocks from the beach. Not that will matter for any of us, because once we're there, strictly business, friends. Still a chance for you to grab those tickets and team passes. It is going to be the World League Finals. I cannot wait. The exciting culmination of what has been a long and arduous road for some of these teams. And again, today's matches, all still trying to work out who's going to be sitting firmly in that playoff bracket, who has to go for the play-in, but very exciting stuff. Again, interesting fact that, again, from yesterday, the top 16 teams from the Open at Miami will have a chance of qualifying for champs. The top 16. Chance to make a huge impact here. Nonetheless, friends, here we go. Straight into map number 1. We're on Hacienda. Phantoms has already got himself a kill. And so far, so good.
Whoa.
Wow, okay.
Okay. Let's calm things down a little bit. I am excited to see the ICR battle from both these teams here. But again, E6, UYU going head-to-head, looking for their first win of the week here. Phantoms, of course. And the new addition, as is pretty much everyone for UYU, except Methods here. Looking to prove a 0.4-0 as he kicks things off, rocking that vision pulse. Keep your eyes out for that a little later on. Makes it 5, though, as he continues to hold here. Very strong hold. That ICR FMJ, disgusting at penetrating those walls. However, no streaks for him, as his streak will end at 6.
There we go. The streak comes to a close. Phantoms, once again, he was exceptional on Evil Geniuses, but again, a bit of a mismatch in terms of chemistry and all that. But now he's found himself on this UYU roster, off to a blistering start. Nonetheless, we are going to see the second hard point flip over shortly, and it is going to be UYU there first in best dress. General's on the outside there, trying to punch a hole through. Phantoms once again finds his 7th kill of the match. Blast charging forward, gets cut to ribbons there as E6 now mounting the retake of that hard point. Phantoms once again trying to find something here. Kismet, we all saw the tweet. Almost managed to make it all the way to that Sunday for the chip, but still E6 in a fine looking form thus far on the hold. They're going to be doing the best they can to lock this one down, but no one has dealt with Phantoms. No one has bust this Ghost, and he's just sit here, jumping up and down, being a real nuisance. As he finally drops, E6 can continue to hold the hard point, 25 seconds left.
Yeah, stayed alive for a little bit there. Didn't really have a huge impact, as we do see still retained by E6 now. They're going to take the lead if they continue to hold. However, contest comes in, doesn't matter. Mayhem and General dispatch of the players pretty easily here, and the last one arrived will be Classic. Classic, fortunately, I will say, for GodRx, or one of the players there who just obtained streaks, was actually General, saved by his teammate. So a lightning strike for him to play with, and what he's going to do, I thought he was going to get an extra couple of points by staying on a hard point, but he's opting to rotate round, maybe looking for another assist. One of the key things in Black Ops 4, which you've always got to keep your eyes out for. Playing for those assists, playing for those trades as well, will of course get you those all-important points. But breaking through fences, they've held the garage, and now Kismet is opening things up with the double. There's going to be the Hellstorm now. Is he going to utilize this? It could be a strong position to do so. I love the trophy placement there, just helping out his team with any projectiles going through. But here we have it. Hellstorm should connect with one, maybe another there. He's going to find himself another. That's going to be Classic. Saints is going to be taken out. And my goodness, E6 have been dominant for the last 60 seconds.
Great job. All off the back of General finding streaks there on the second hard point. The lightning strike didn't find a whole lot, but it did force him inside tin. And now, with Kismet, the only player on hits the rotate on the second hard point, we are seeing a wonderful turn for Enigma6. UYU off the rip. Phantoms did a good job, but it's not going to be enough. Final few seconds go. The 200 has been popped. Now, this is a solid outing to begin this Hacienda hardpoint for E6. Now, they still have to keep up the pace. They still have to retain, you know, the early lead they've got. With UYU holding rock now, we are going to have to see the break coming from up top. The stun doesn't find anything. General, first in, goes down. Class is going to get that kill. The trades are coming through very quickly. And GodRx from up high, can't find any more. But we are going to see streaks once again in the hands of E6. It was GodRx. He does manage to nick that last kill. And in from behind comes Kismet. Lightning strike coming through. It's danger close, but Kismet stays alive, and GodRx finds 3.
Yeah, GodRx has had a phenomenal past couple of weeks, of course, including Anaheim. What a tournament he had. Don't know the stats, but it's got to be his best ever. Ridiculous stuff as we saw him in the tournament. Team, if you like, lightning strike again here. Hellstorm for Kismet. Streaks upon streaks, kills upon kills. The kill feed is dominant here. You look across the board. General with 11. GodRx double positive at 12 and 6. And look at Mayhem, a 5-kill streak himself, 13 and 8. He's going to try and get streaks. Not going to happen, though, as Kismet so close to that vision pulse.
Mayhem, I'm really glad you brought on Mayhem. He's been an exciting player to watch. He's been one of my favorite War Machine players, battery players, if you will, from the start of Black Ops 4. He finds himself a nice 2 of that nade. He was on a 5 spree just before going down. Wonderful work from him. GodRx again, 14 and 7. Finding more kills now as we go in our second set of rotations up top. He is going to stay alive, and now he's on the run for streaks once again if he can find any more, but that would be ideal. Kismet again now with a full 2 streaks to work with. This is a great showing once again from E6. They've started this off fantastically. We spoke to Sender, the coach, yesterday, you know, just about like, what's going on? How's the boys doing? What's it like having Brezzy in the squad? And he said, aside from the slight language barrier, he's clearly a very talented player. And again, the rest of the team, once they start to gel around him, once he gets in the swing of things and the systems they already have in place, E6 should be fine, but still. They've got a nice lead here. They're slowly but padding this one up. The stats working out as well. UYU clawing back in this one slowly but surely, and sadly Methods at 6 and 14, a little slow from him. 9-16 for Saints. It isn't quite what you'd hope for if you're a UYU fan.
Yeah, I mean, just kind of touched on Brezzy, what you said there. I never saw at the I would see the day where, you know, a French player would join an American team. You know, you think back 2 years ago, 3 years ago, it just wasn't a thing. But it's good to see kind of the diversity between the teams, the American, French, European, UK, whatever it may be. The best players are being selected, and I absolutely love it here. Good hold, though, from UYU as we jump on board back into the game here as they find themselves a couple of points. And it's been the first of 78 as it currently stands, but they actually started very, very strong in the found, and since then, E6 dominated the garage, dominated the fences. They pretty much dominated the rock as well, and UYU have really been putting the back foot here, and I feel like this snowball effect could take place here, as there's a lot of specialists still to play with. The lightning strike as well here, but General and Mayhem getting it done. Mayhem with the double. Brezzy finishing off Saints, and UYU, they're in a lot of trouble. Another rotation, another lightning strike. Miles, A bit of deja vu's kicking in.
And it's, you know, the only saving grace is that you do have E6 in there first, so they are going to hold on to that lightning strike for a while. We are going to see the break have to happen on foot. Good old guns and knives. There are no specialists to work for now for UYU as they fight their way forward. GodRx, though, once again, top of the box is just doing what he can to slow down the play. There's the slide. Classic drops first. Kismet immediately on the trade. Comes through. Saints finds the second. That's good enough for now. 200 comes through once again for E6. They're going to use that to possibly break. Fences a little bit cheeky, a little bit naughty, and there we go. Kismet's lightning strike comes through, finds himself 2, and that's big work already. In comes the slaying from Brezzy. We are going to see another solid hold here. A chance for 20 seconds, but we still have everyone in UYU pretty close. Breezy finds 2 with a slam, gets a teammate, not a bit of problem. That may have just stopped the push.
It's almost laughable. You're seeing GodRx and the way he's performing over the past couple of weeks. This man is on a mission. And right now, you've got to put him up there with the best of the best. He just keeps on going. And I tell you what, he's taking names down left, right, and center. The problem for UYU right now is they're simply being outslayed by such a heavy number. General, +8. You look at GodRx now, +11. It's kind of crazy. Brezzy's neutral. Kismet, I think, just +4, Mayhem +4, everyone in fact is positive. Brezzy just neutral here, but it says a lot when the likes of Brezzy, who's been putting up crazy numbers. There's only so many kills on the map here, and 184 to 90 says a lot. You've got a struggling Saints at 12 and 23, Classic at 15 and 21, Methods at 10 and 21. It is simply not all about KD, but when your team is being outslayed so heavily, it ain't good.
It ain't good. Speaking of ain't good, it's not Saint's aim as he cuts through Kismet on the charge, finds a second, and immediately tagged up there by the Tempest. Methods, though, he's still going to be alive. Gets himself back into the fight. The attack mask cutting that, you know, debilitating a shot down by half. Now Methods watching that open side, trying to find something up and through the window. Hide your kids, hide your wife. It's Brezzy. Straight on through. Final 10 seconds on Rock, and this is such a solid hold. And again, UYU have done a good job of getting back into this one. They are going to break that 100-point mark, but again, you've got 200 in the bank for E6 now, only 50 for the win. This is a very tall order right now for UYU. 200 is popped. Attack 5 comes through, and they're going to try to find something here on that first set of rotation. First set of hard points now on our third rotation, excuse me. Can they get it done, Phil?
I mean, UYU, most definitely a nut out of this game. They're making it an 80-point game with being outslayed so heavily. What they need to do differently here is have a really strong rotation to Gary's. They've lost it twice out of 2 times here, but they have control of the hard point. They're getting a couple kills on the board. Is it too late? Absolutely not. However, E6, one good break here, and it could put the game to bed. Kismet sliding around is going to find Classic there, and you start to see on that mini-map, do E6 push through to Garage, or do they battle for the middle? It looks like they're actually going to battle for this middle. Try and get these last 15 seconds. Get them ever so close to, of course, the hard point. The timer, of course, 250 points is all they need, but plenty of time still to go. We see UYU hold the back of the Garage.
This has been a long drought, aside from that 7 seconds, where we haven't seen E6 find anything whatsoever. General the 2, trying to find his way forward. Kismet gets rid of the trophy. The stuns now are safe to fly through. That's going to help out a ton. General now on point. Stun City, population him. The Saints has now got a small window to work with. He's got to check his corners. The tags are up. It's done. It's over. He's going to drop. We could see the game finished here. There's still specialists to work with for UYU to make this break happen. Tempest, War Machine, they've got the availability to make the play happen. General, great use of the FMJ right on through the side of the Garage wall. Mayhem's fantastic nades, 20 for the win. E6, they've come out swinging, and they're looking to close it here.
Yeah, they really are, and I tell you what, Mayhem, General, Kismet, GodRx, and Brezzy all in a show-stopping performance. I was actually a big critic, should I say, of Mayhem and the pickup of Mayhem. And again, nothing brings me more joy than to see him kind of going off on a hard point like that with +10. I thought such highly of the likes of Frosty, but these guys, they've made a power move. They're trying to better themselves time and time again. It feels like their 3rd iteration on their roster. Bringing Mayhem back, clearly they see something in him. And again, on the other side to UYU, interesting enough. However, quick recap of the last 30 seconds here. E6 closing things out. And again, I hate to just talk about kills, but Mayhem +8. GodRx 10, Kismet 5, General 13 on a 5-kill streak to end thing. It is just been a outslaying like no other.
It has really been an outslaying, but not only that, I mean, E6, when it comes to streaks, they've been making great calls. They've been coming through at great times.
Yeah.
There hasn't been any sort of big blunders in terms of team play, no friendly fire incidents. As far as E6 are concerned, that was a very, very clean hard point. Before the start of the matchup, Jess had a catch-up with the man himself. It was Kismet. Jess, what did he have to say?
Thanks, Miles. Well, I asked him about yesterday's loss. He did not seem worried about it. He said, we know where we're at in the standings. We're just kind of using this as a learning experience going forward. He also gave me a little more insight into the roster changes. He didn't really go into too much detail, but he did indicate that it had to do with team vibes, both inside and outside of the game. He said you have to mesh well with your teammates, and it kind of sounds like that was something they just didn't necessarily have before with the old roster. So he's definitely a lot more hopeful coming in with this roster. But that's all I've got. Miles and Momo, back over to you.
Smiles all round for E6 then after their roster period change. Sometimes it can be a little bit tense, you know, especially in a 5-man squad. I like so-and-so. You don't like this. No. You take one away, you upset other members of the group. But so far, so good for E6. Seems like they managed to have quite a clean change. Frosty now sitting on another team. Wish him the best of luck. Still, here we go, friends, into our search and destroy. Again, these team photos are getting better and better.
They really are. I will say, going into obviously this series, if UYU were to lose today, they're eliminated from that top 4. Of course, they'll still be at playoffs, but just won't be in that playoff contention. E6 though, if they lose a couple more matches here, they will actually lock in 8th place. Now that is not the position you want to lock in. Just to clarify for you guys at home. However, I feel it's yeah, I mean it's last. Let's be honest. I will say. And this is what we were speaking to Sender, as you can see him there on the end, having a quick team talk with the boys from E6. But he was kind of saying it's how we go into these next 2 weeks. It's what we get from these 2 weeks, because Miami champs just around the corner. There's still so much to play for. I don't know the exact numbers because maths is difficult, but there's so much money on the line. And for a team like E6 and UYU, this is all the best practice in the world. You're online, you're playing against the most competitive teams. And when you put in a performance like that, I think General had 160 seconds of hardpoint time. For that as your main ICR, that is what you love to see.
I want to throw something out there to the COD community because they are creative, hilarious people. I would love to get a montage of methods after match reactions. From the start of the Pro League, I would love to see just the shot of Zinni just leaning back, scratching the back of his head. Damn, man, what just happened there? Can you do it, COD community? Can you do it? I'm sure someone actually has already done it. Here we go, mates, into the search and destroy. Hacienda, we're going to be staying on it. You can take your shoes off, we're staying here. You can unpack your bags, we're staying here for the time being. Search and destroy. Again, A6, they had a supreme showing in Anaheim. Turned everyone's heads. Fantastic. You know, we talked about it a few times. It's been said many times here on the mic that at one point in time they possibly looked like the best team in the event.
I saw GodRX on this very map and mode drop 19 EKIA. It was disgusting.
But then they got absolutely smoked by Genji.
All right, I was going to leave that out, Miles. I was going to leave that out. I was trying to hype up GodRX, trying to hype up E6. They want to open the series, and you have to bring Genji into it. I see how it is. However, round 1 underway, 90 seconds on the clock. 5 lives either side, and we're going to see a slide in E6, but GodRX, your EKIA tongue twister that it is going to be 0.
There you go. Great opening kill there from the ICR of Methods, the ICR of Blast now ringing out in the back. Classic. Just watching the center of that map, watching Connector. Hello, that's 2 players. He's going to find anything out of this. The tags are there. Can he get it done? No, Brezi's going to get him with the Sorg. And now we have a 4v4. 55 seconds left in this first round. Saints upstairs. And again, watching that play just towards that bomb site. They have not gone for B. We're keeping it at A. E6 have committed, and they're going to see it through. 4-man retake. If that bomb goes down, now it's 3 for UYU as the numbers are starting to fade out. Haven't gone for the arm just yet either, but they're going to fight this one out with the gunfight. Saints is going to keep pinned. Shots are through, and again from Connector, not able to get the kills. And now it's a 4v2.
Saints and Classic. I was going to mention Classic kind of challenging 2 or 3 people. It's only going to end one way on a game like Black Ops 4, but Saints does the exact same. You're sliding in against a team, literally a team in that Connector, and I know you have kind of the knowledge that they're there, but the time to kill on Black Ops 4, it is a certain amount of time. When you've got 2 or 3 people going to shoot back at you, even if you get that first bullet off, it's not going to end well. And I feel like both players made the same mistake there. I do see what they were trying to do, so I'm not going to grill them too hard for that one. But well executed from E6. I think they were pinned back. They got first blooded, but they come out on top in round number 1. Lovely to see. If you're an E6 fan, that is.
It's good work from General again. We saw those final 2 kills. He's had an interesting year, to say the least. You know, from time to time, you know, great performances, standout performances, leadership quality abound, but well, again, got to keep that consistent. So far, it has been great for General the last few months of the game. Anaheim was no different. Here we go, into the second round. Back over towards A for the guys of UYU. We're going to see E6 now on defense. Just trying to wriggle around on the outside. Slowly but surely make their way forward. That nade could not have been closer. Brezi's the same. The damage is done. And now Saints will be leaving with his life. Classic's up next with the nades, but the flak jacket is all out for UYU. No one is surprised by that. We're seeing 3 now to 4 with E6 trying to get the retake on. Saints once again finds another great kill. That's his second this round already. Got our X doing what he can now in the 1v3.
Yeah, 1v3, and he should be shut down. That's going to be Saints with the Maddox. Great play from UYU. You saw a couple of the players connect her, and I think the important thing was they did take damage, but they took themselves in those corners, knowing that the teammates had their back. Shooting over the shoulders, really important stuff. I think you see Saints kind of be that player right now. Again, that is a prime example as two people shooting at one. He's only going to end one way. Nice shot to end Godder X, though, at the end there. Saints did not have the best of half points, so bit of a point to prove going forward in this series, I feel. And again, such a random mix of players. I said at the start, you know, Classic obviously from LG, Blast, and Phantoms from EG, Blast from Midnight. It just feels like a lot of the scraps, if you like, but sometimes they make the beautiful teams that are. Sword in hand, Saints finds one, will get shut down. That's going to be Brezi.
Yeah, you think of this team like a bunch of leftovers. Sometimes it's pizza, sometimes it's curry, whatever it may be.
How good are leftovers sometimes?
Really good.
Wow.
But that's what I'm saying, UYU, they're the leftovers team, and it's delicious so far. Could be better, could be worse still. Blast, trying to find something with that snipe. Oh, wow, oh, yeah, you're at set. You should have stayed, you could have found it. Up over the top, shots are through, just manages to catch the heel of Godder X, and that's great. 3v3 retake now. Phantom's in from behind. He has actually got players next to him. It's going to be Kismet. Cuts him down. Blast now trying to get the revenge. He's not going to get it done. As Kismet, hot on his heels, just evades around the column there, and that's going to be a 3v1 right now. Methods. Ooh, timing was unfortunate, but he may just be able to find something. The bomb has to be defused, and he has to find at least 3 kills. If he's going to get it done, 16 seconds now left. He's going to probably sit this one out. General going for the hunt. Methods possibly opting to drown himself out. Still, a good round from E6. 2 great kills from Kismet, and they can be happy with that one.
Interesting. I thought he was going to take himself out. I think Mayhem was as confused. Like, what's this guy doing? He's not challenging. He's sitting in a corner. They're like, is he playing for streaks? No, he's got 2 kills and 2 deaths. I don't think Mayhem realised how long. Methods realised how long it takes to drown yourself there. But
big lungs.
Interesting decision. Maybe I missed something that you guys at home may have seen. Let us know. Let us know. Social media, you know what to do. Hashtag CWLPS4. So far, so good for E6, though. Search and destroy. Another round on the board. And again, for me, it was Kismet. Really good positioning down low in Winery. And can they get a couple back-to-back? That's the question. See it on the map itself. Getting that mid-map control, of course, is key. General trying to find Saints. Will do. That's a big stud. He's going to find himself a double, but 2 round the corner. We see trades go down. Kismet takes Brezi out. Oh, that just went from bad to worse for E6.
Speaking of worse, Mayhem's going to get taken down from behind. All comes down to Godder X, and with just a little slight change in execution there. Top positioning now from the players of UYU to find those kills, but we have got Godder X in a 1v3. Bomb's going to be armed at B. Watch Godder X now possibly try this. I mean, B is so hard to retake when you don't have the numbers. That little doorway is an absolute death box. He saw the shadow. He definitely knows those players are moving by. Watch him check those corners, make sure the bomb site's clear, and then hope for the flank. There it's Phantoms. He's going to get shots in, make a run for it. But here come the whole UYU squad. The shots were good enough from Godder X, but yeah, unable to get the kill still.
It's funny when you get a player that's so on form like Godder X. You could tell almost by the way he was moving. It was like he fancied himself there. He was like, I got this.
He did, didn't he?
Or he had a chance. And honestly, he finds the first kill down Winery, and that could have been a different story there. But he tagged up every single player.
Yeah,
doesn't mean anything though, because he gets taken down, he feeds them another kill, and he was kind of adjusting to that connector, probably to take himself outside the map as well. But UYU clean it up, and a round which E6 pretty much threw away with the team kills, all tied up 2-2.
Snipes up for Blast, finds his second hit marker. Unfortunate, to say the least. General repokes, he might find another one. The bomb's moving his way towards B, they're getting in close. Saints can't get away with his life. Blast renowned positioning with that snipe. Possibly able to find something. He's going straight in for it. EMP in hand, should he want it. just for the info, but he knows full well there's a ton of players. But Kismet, he's hitting the flank, he's in from behind, and now it's a 5-on-3. Blast is going to have to back up, and the bomb's actually coming with them. They're not going to arm anything. They're going for A, and they're going to kill everything on their way.
Kismet actually gets the kill in the same kind of position he did on the previous win that E6 got. Now a 3v2. Strong position for E6 to group up, and all three players are together. One just amongst the enemy, though, is Classic. He's going to distance himself for now. Bomb looks likely to go down at B, but no. Bomb's not going down. They're looking for these kills. They're trying to make it 3v1. They've spotted Methods. Classic, though, takes out General. All tied up 2-2.
And this is a weird round. I mean, we had full B site control with kills and numbers. And instead of going for the arm, they went for a kind of gunfight. And now, what is this?
Grenades galore is what it is. Frags going back and forward. UYU winning the 2v3 and winning it with two players still alive. Lovely stuff here. Classic on a 4 streak. Methods on a 2. And of course, with the defuse, puts him ever so close to their score streak. Nice round for UYU. Big clutch.
I don't know. I thought that was a bad throw from E6. That was a round they had. They had the bomber down over B. They were just kind of pensive in their position at Rock. No one was really there. Maybe I'm missing something, but I don't know why they didn't just commit to the bomb arm and then force the remaining members of UYU to fight them on the retake. But hey, mate, I don't know. That's why I'm on the mic and they're on the game. But hey. Oh, fancy camel work today. Blast on your screen. Didn't see that coming. 3-2 right now. Up over the top. See how that timing works out. No hit marker this time. Finds a tag with the EMP, and this is a super aggressive round from E6, and they've just charged straight into Saints, who finds 3. Classic gets the last. Methods finds another one, and that round is over.
It's very rare in Search and Destroy. You see the whole kill feed, all the kills in the round in that kill feed, all 5 there. Yeah, that went terribly. Saints connected with a cluster. That killed 2. He takes down the 3rd himself, I believe, but that cluster probably damaged everyone.
The Classic got 2 kills up front. He must have hit other players. Method picks up the guy on the right-hand side of that well, and then on the fadeaway, he collects the last one. I mean, brilliant stuff. What more can you say? I mean, E6 like, okay, we're not all stacking A again, are we? On the defense, maybe, but on the offense, they're going all in. Classic nets himself streaks with that play at 5-2, 7-4 for Saints, and here we go. Methods lining up. Wait for that call. We could see the lightning strike come right on top as soon as that bomb comes down, and here it is. Does manage to find General, so not a total waste. They have forced those players off the bomb site, purchased themselves about 30 seconds there of time in the map. Here we go.
5v4. Round, if they do take, puts them in a very strong position here. E6 started so strong on the S&D. UYU, though, really changing the game. Brezzy trying to connect with a couple there. Methods shutting him down in simple numbers. Equaling kills here, and a trade for UYU makes it a 4v1, and poor Kismet all alone here. Can he do it? 1v4, now a 1v3.
I like it. How aggressive is he going to be? Now he knows he's pinned. He's got an easy way out, though, because they're never going to be able to make it to that top flat position, so he can make his way out towards the A site. They are watching it like hawks. 20 seconds, though, to work with. There's the shots. He's coming in. Kismet wants this. He's got stun. He's got 12 seconds. If he goes for the bomb, it's now or never. Blast goes down. A quick stim. Back into the fight. The second. 1v1.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
But the time is against him. And I love it.
Run.
I love it. The time's against him. The Kismet. God, he's a unit. What a unit.
He is. He certainly is there. Methods, though, he was like, nah, I'm out. And rightly so. He just secures the round. Beautiful stuff from Kismet, though. As I think he found 4 of the 5 kills there. That's the first. He finds the second here. The 3rd and 4th were over by Connector. He was looking for the 1v4 ace there. Doesn't get it. Methods will deny.
I'm serious, man. If we can honestly get a compilation of every time UYU lose, and we cut to Zinni, and he's always just like, damn it. I love Zinni, but God, it'd be so good to just watch like 3 minutes of that. Here we go! Right off the rip, Blast can't find the hit marker as he has so many times in the rounds before. Classic, very close. Now down. But pushed up against that wall and a possibility to just play leapfrog up into those windows and find something. Blast now watching the flank. He will run into a few players in a moment as they are trying to hit the back. A site's been given up. We are going to see UYU control that for now. with a little bit of time to spare, I mean, they could possibly get the arm down. Will they commit to this? Hoping for a kill in this 5-on-3.
45 seconds, bomb going down. Something to work with here. EMP as well. Streaks were used. Information gathered. Methods takes down 1.
That's great from that position in tin as well. And he's got his frag to work with up over the top. He could bank it off the back of the wall there. It's sadly just not going to find anyone, but there's the stun. That's the dinner bell. And here come those hungry E6 members right into the shots. Kismet's going to get the kill, but blasting from behind. Can't get it done. It's a 4-on-1. Saints is dead now as well. E6 by themselves a lifeline. It will now be 5-3.
Yeah, nicely done there by E6. I thought when the member of UYU kind of backed off, was pre-aiming that tin build, and I thought he needed to just kind of lock in there. Backs off just a little too soon. Timing gets the better of him. Now, 5-2 to 5-3. Can they come back? Get going, that's the question here.
Yeah, UYU have just lost that fire they had. They just lost that early pace they set so fast. Now they're just kind of letting this peter off a little bit and let E6 slowly but surely climb back into this one. Can they get it here in the 9th, or will E6 keep on trucking? If Blast finds an opening snipe, I mean, it'd be great. Hit markers are all good and well. He's not going to find much. A couple of shots from the ICR there. You did. There's another one. There's another hit marker. And now he's just frustrated. That's got to be so frustrating. Freight's going down in the top of the house in a 3v2 now.
This is where they should end it. It must be frustrating, yes, for Blast sniping there, but I think he does get an assist potentially on one of the kills. Now, this 2v3. It is Kismet and GodderX, 2 players who are very strong in Search and Destroy. You see 15 kills combined.
Timing.
Finds one, now to a 1v1. GodderX, Blast. Does Blast still have a sniper only? That's the question. I think he's picked up a sword. Yes, he has.
Now, in that final sort of flurry of activity, I don't think Kismet, he was 175 away from streaks. That single kill is not going to be enough to get him that lightning strike for round 10, should his teammate GodderX force it. Now, GodderX, he set his big old kill record on this map itself. Blast is now making his way through the water. 20 seconds left on the clock. Oh my, Blast. Have you just gone and done it? Have you just managed to make this work as the bomb goes down? Hop it up. There it is. He gets it, but only just. Wow.
I will say, only just was the 2 key words of that one. He nearly got the old classic GodderX ICR straight through the face. He'll be smiling now, but interesting we won't see that best play. Frustration for GodderX, the boys of E6, but the series all tied up now. 1-1 heading into the control. Makes it a little interesting, both teams coming off a loss yesterday. Control, though, will put one team ahead.
All right, so our first match of the night here at the Call of Duty World League. We have a 1-1 series thus far, Enigma6 versus UYU. When we come back after the break, map number 3, it will be a control. Friends, we'll see you after the break.
The Call of Duty World League is brought to you by Mountain Dew Amp Game Fuel, the official beverage of the CWL. Scuff Gaming, the official controller of the CWL, and TCL, America's fastest growing TV brand.
level up the game.
Oh, hello there. Welcome back to the Call of Duty World League E6 versus UYU, tied up 1-1. Miles and Momo will be your casters for our first match here of the afternoon, night, morning, wherever the hell you are in the world. So far, so good for both squads. 250-136 for the first hard point, 6-3 for the search. Honestly, could have been a lot closer, but hey, UYU clutch up, and now we go to frequency control. Yeah,
a bit of a frequency sandwich we've got here on our hands. However, the control should be an interesting one. And again, looking at this fast-paced players such as Saints, who hadn't had the best hard point. On the flip side of things, I do want to look at Brezzy and see exactly what he brings, because he was the just machine that used to just destroy on this map on every single game mode. So again, see what he does alongside the likes of Kismet. These Sorgs, disgusting at their best at times.
Okay, so A's gone. You can kiss A goodbye. Method's trying to hold the line. General's starting to put a little bit of pressure on the spawns from back, whereas he gets away with his life at 6 HP. General going to be backing him up, and yet to really make a play for B, but you can see that number 6, that's going to be Methods. He's trying to push that front line forward, slow down the reinforcements now of E6 as they're just charging right in towards the spawn. That lower map presence towards you and the catwalks is where we are seeing E6 hold up for the time being. Now we're looking at a bit of danger for those members of E6 who are going to be coming off of spawn. 3 who are out and about, make it 4. Have managed to buy that lifeline. We are going to see the spawners now be able to make their way forward. And here comes the first concerted effort on B in about 30 seconds.
Life count, very important here. This is where we saw yesterday, this very map mode. A lot of spawn kills coming in. Nice double for Saints here, making an impact straight away. First 2 kills. Can he make it a third? No, he cannot. Kismet finds his third of the map. Again, these are the spawn kills that you just hate it. You hate it. You spawn in, you've got a cane going down your throat. Ugh! Get out of me, spawn!
Yep, this is tough. Methods just about bites back, gets out. Kismet now retreating. No one's touched B. They've not stood on it. No one's been on it. They've just been in the spawns like, we're going to kill them.
And they can do that. They can start to really just emphasize how much of a kill lead that they have, and then when they do need B, they can, you know, go for trades. You know, try and get themselves specialist streaks, whatever it may be, but it's certainly working right now.
This is a good bit of back and throw. There you go. Classic finds his third, and the to and fro between the two of them, the 3 of them even. And now the aggression mounting. Kismet, he's got blast. He's going to play with his food. Just about. He will not able to be the same with the teammate, but at 16-14, we are seeing UYU get back into this one. And nade up over the top. An aggressive now play from Classic. Can he close out that kill? All he's doing is slowing down these players on the offense. Again, B has been untouched. Pristine. No one has deflowered B. No one has got near it. Saints is still good. I can't believe that.
The crazy thing is the turnaround in the lives, and now with 9 seconds here, we may see a contest from General, but that's going to be about it. Can they have one more bite at the cherry? One's going down. Saints destroying here, even his own teammates there, but Mayhem in and amongst the zone. But is that going to be it? The one shot that they need, this is it. 2-4 now for UYU. E6 looking to steal it, will take down Methods, and now all they need to do is get one more wave. You see Godorex reclaiming top mid here. A big win, and it's not even the kills that he needs to make. It's just cutting it off. All he's doing simply is just taking his time, taking names, and now it's an 8v5. UYU fought valiantly, but E6, their last-ditch attempt, their last bite at the cherry. Oh, UYU, you were close. Very, very close.
That was a weird round of control, right?
I was like, E6 had got it. Life lead, easy peasy. Then I was like, oh, UYU defended like 3 rounds straight, or 3 waves straight, should I say? But E6, like we always say, 1 wave of kills is all you need.
It's just funny to me that 3-6, it took them less than 20 seconds to capture A, but almost 2 full minutes to capture B, to even get on B. But once they got there, the kills went their way, and they get the cap. First round to them. Cool, if that was round 1, where do we go from here?
To round 2, and that'll start right now, 90 seconds.
Genius.
On the clock. Lightning Strike is close for Kismet here, 150 away. Beautifully highlighted Paradox there. Shout out to Paradox, our observer. As always, just 50 points now, so 1 kill will do it. That Lightning Strike is what he's looking for. 3 kills straight away for Enigma6. UYU only answer back with 1.
Oh, there we have it. Streaks. Watch out for this players on spawn. Kismet is very, very aware of that. We are seeing the contest cleaned up. B is now drained. Great shots from Godorex again. Big hits from that Maddox. Pushes Blast back. UYU trying to find something on the waves forward. Kismet just about getting away playing those streaks, but Brezzy doesn't die either. So now we still have the map control for E6 at this point. UYU unable to get the kills. Blast is trying to flank out through mid and try and hit those players in window. Meanwhile, Kismet's in your base. Kismet still good. Oh, that was a nice two-piece. 45 seconds left. What a hole this has been. Blast can't get out of orange. He's trapped. Godorex just has his number every time. 28-20 with only 37 seconds left. E6 could be looking at a second round win.
Brezzy's actually very close to streaks as well. Kismet and Brezzy were just holding that platform so well here. And you see just the bait and switch from both players. It's working out. Can he find the second? The lightning, the Hellstorm gifted. And my goodness, Brezzy, he won't mind going down after that one. 6-kill lead. 4 streaks to play with here. Kismet actually only going to find the one with that Hellstorm. Couple of players already on A. Concussion at the ready.
Yeah, there's 3 of them there on it. It's going to be enough to get that second tick cleaned up quite quickly, and they're going to give it up and move on back towards B on the defense. Now, I will say, this is the beginnings of some good-looking control from UYU. If they can punch through these pipes, make their way in through orange, then they do have a shot at B, because they have top mid control as well.
Trophy. Always the MVP.
Always.
Frag. Nom. Concussion. Nom nom.
Now we're seeing the wrap hitting the spawns. Look at that position from E6 right now. Mayhem watching the flank as well. He's getting ready for these players. And again, just that throwing shoulders. Good spot to be in right now. Godorex is going to be backing him up. Meanwhile, on the other side of the map, Kismet's led the charge. Brace is going to get the kills. Here we go. We're going to exchange hands, exchange blows, and it is going to open up one lane of attack now for UYU. Top mid is now in control by Saints. He can now start putting pressure now on the B. This is good work. They've managed to cut off the back. They cut off the top. But can they cut the head off of E6 now and hold that line while they capture B?
Brezzy's just found a double at the other side of pipes here, and that is the biggest thing that E6 needed. When you have control of a zone on the defense, just getting someone on the opposite side, in the enemy's side if you like, and keeping them alive is the key to success. Brezzy did that. He found 2 kills in the enemy's pipes, and that's when his teammates were going down, but they had to turn around. They had to dedicate their resources to him, and it doesn't pay off. Brezzy single-handedly there is just clutched up for E6, and it's beautiful to see. Cluster, interesting position as he sticks it in front, but with 9 versus 3, E6 once again in a power position, and now looking for any type of trade would be beneficial for E6. They don't need to invest any specialists, they don't need to invest those streaks, but all they need to do is simply trade out these kills. There's the first, second.
Yep, that counts. 7-1, Blast on his own. Any second now, cuts him down. It's going to be Kismet. He had a fantastic round. I believe he still has the lightning strike to work with as well, so E6, 2 rounds straight.
Yeah, I think there might be 2 streaks still to play with. I know the specialists as well are favoring E6, so this is where they try and put that nail in the coffin, but I've got to go back and emphasize again. The position where Mayhem is right now, you're on the defense. If you go down here and they're killing you whilst on the zone, it's like doomsday. You know, you're over, you're out, but you've got one player on the other side of pipes, which was Brezzy, and he just like snuck in, got a kill, peeped out, and they had to jump off the point to get him. They failed twice at that, and UYU, I feel that that was their downfall. They take out Brezzy, they win that round.
Brezzy, though, they don't take him out. He goes 13-7 thus far. He's got himself a slam. He could close out. Something here. Nope. He bangs the drum, but it's nothing. Still, they're going to get the cap. First tick. Still has those streaks again. Oh, I'm just seeing the contest now through mid. That sword from Kismet, not the ideal position to be in, but he has to watch out for that player on the flank. Number 7's just crept on through. It's going to be Phantoms. Well, it's Classic, actually. Sorry, he's now making his way in with a little bit of help from his friends. Hip fires up. The sword works out. The contest just before they close out A. Is it going to be enough? He finds the second. He's still alive, and now the reinforcements have shown up. Classic saves A. For now.
For now, Classic. Beautiful stuff there. The shot punch on the second player, and actually to stay alive, was absolutely amazing. Hellstorm is going to be called in from Brezzy. Brezzy's going to jump on out. He should be taken down, but is he going to get away with his life again? Hiding in the nook and cranny! Finds himself 1 for his troubles, now 24-24. 2 ticks on A, looking for the second on B. Kismet up close and personal, vision pulse at the ready. And again, like I said, the specialist race has been won by E6 here. Do they invest it to close the game out? They've got that second tick on B. Kills are going down in the kill feed, looking for that final kill, and wow, this is strong from E6.
Tac 5 could not have come through at a better time, just basically made Mayhem invincible. Now we have the contest. They've captured B. It all falls down to A. The Tempest comes through at the right time, and sadly it's a teammate. It's Blast. He finds more on the point. He's going to get 3 out of this one to keep the dream alive. The contest is over. The nades are through, and Blast and his Tempest may have just bought a lifeline now for UYU. E6 still mounting that pressure. They're going to be coming in off spawn. They've got presence on top mid as well. What a shot that was. Oh, Blast. Did he hit the hipfire? No, he did not. The nades come through. Godorex Brezzy now leading the charge. Here comes the cap. The final tick at A. Possibly the final tick in the SMAP. Mayhem, what have you got? They're going to lock down top. They're going to keep the contest alive.
Lightning Strike available, but you don't need it. All you need is the kills here, and Godorex in general. They're going to give the GG. They're going to get the cap. Saints fires in that war machine, but a little too late, and a hot 3-0 for E6 on the control. That was a pretty dominant control, if I'm being completely honest. Both defense and offense from E6. It was very calculated. They seem to have the life lead, you know, throughout the series or throughout the map itself. But just a quick recap at this point. It was a very good transition from A to B. They got the first 2 ticks, and then they tried to get a bit of a split push on. So they're trying to cap A and B at the same time. A, it doesn't work out for them, but they do get that cap on B, and then all their resources get flipped. And at this very moment, they've got a 6 life lead, they've got the TAC 5 boost, they've got a Lightning Strike to play with, which ironically they don't actually use. That Tempest was fantastic from both teams, in fact. Blast actually finds himself a triple, but it's just simply not enough when it comes to it.
I mean, it is the specialists all come into play in this final hit on A. And I will say, great call from UYU to go, look, let's just all in on A. We have Tempest, we've got War Machine at the ready almost. And, you know, at this very same moment in time, I think Methods has nearly got himself his TAC 5 as well. So playing on a couple of trades, playing on a couple of kills would have been in the strengths of UYU. But in the end, it does come down to those clutch gunfights, to those key wins. And that is exactly where E6 were sitting.
Yeah, at the start of this control, this map frequency, I kind of said Brezzy was the player who previously was just Lightning on this map mode in particular, but this map as always, and he does step it up. Yeah, I think he dropped 17 kills there to finish things off alongside Kismet. But again, getting those specialists first, getting those rounds in early really does matter when you're playing control.
Yeah, it did. And again, in the final round, capturing, you know, 2 ticks on both A and B, it forces a team to make a very, very tough decision whether you defend A, defend B, give up one or the other. You have to let those slide. If you don't get a solid few gunfights, if you lose 3 players on 1 point, you've lost it. It's over, friends. And then you're in a 1-man fight. Still, 2-1 in the series. E6. It's been good so far. Yeah. Control was definitely the most dominant map we've seen out of them. Hardpoint.
The hardpoint, the first map was, it was a little back and forth, but when they got in the swings of it, both respawns, if you think about it, have been very, very dominant. That scares me for the map 4.
Oh, map 4, another hardpoint coming up next. Search was a bit shaky, 6-3. But again, it's like 6-3, but it could be a 6-4 or 6-5 if a solid 1v1 goes the way of Godorex, because Kismet, he had a few chances back.
It's a weird S&D,
it's close. It's really, really close when it comes to the search. But you're right, the hard points, the respawns, that is where E6 are definitely showing to have the edge.
Going to Arsenal next. We'll be closing things out, whether it be on map 4 or 5. E6 love a good game 5, but I'm sure they would love to not have to go to game 5 in this series. Close it out in 3, just drop the S&D. A lot of high hopes for both teams, of course, with Roster Mania going down. You've built this squad, you're thinking about the future. You've got cross-division, you've got playoffs, Miami, and that all-important champs, of course. This is the squad you've built for the end of Black Ops 4.
Yep. And you know what? You can forget a bad year with a good placement at champs. Hell, even a ring. Look at EG last year.
Hashtag evil geniuses.
Hashtag evil geniuses. They were shocking.
That was the
They were shocking last year, and then they win champs. Good on them. Turn that whole year around.
Who's thinking envy for champs? Paddy P, back to back.
Back to back, baby. Here we go. Another hard point. Straight into the lab. But it seems like Brezzy might have missed the memo. He's going to be hitting window alone. But the presence is being felt by UYU on the point. Already Mayhem, though. Top shots. Finds himself a second. What a great way to start this map off. God, I wish my hard points looked like that off the rip.
Yeah, me too. Sadly, got a bit of work to do ourselves and that account, but 35 seconds still to play for E6, looking to claim and put their foot straight through UYU. Assert their dominance. UYU, they do have the spawns technically for the next, but this is a lot of time just to give up. Obviously the middle, it can be a bit of a money hill on rotation 2 and 3, but the first one usually is very back and forward. New Kid Mayhem though, looking for his 4th kill, doesn't get it.
Yeah, nice positioning for Mayhem. Just sort of sitting down low in the hard point. Got our X up in the top window, covering him. Great work now from Methods to try to just get the flush through, get these players out of the point. Rotate's going down, already going to be in the hands of UYU. We are going to see a contest on that gun position up high. Phantom's lined up for it. We've got Blast watching the back. Saints up close. Good nade, it's good! And good night, Brezzy. Oh no! That's unfortunate.
That is unfortunate. Saints picked up a two-piece in there. Search and destroy with the cluster, utilizing it again, but sadly finds himself with sticky feet there as it finds his way down that ramp. Good couple of points here for UYU as they control the second hard point. One player dropping in, two players dropping in. Methods beats them aside as we find an easy kill for Saints now, pushing forward. Still 30 seconds left. You see E6 still being aggressive towards this hard point. One more wave and they're probably going to start to think about the next. In fact, they've scratched it off. They're already rotating.
Yeah, great time from UYU. Brilliant stuff from them.
Full 60.
Yeah, that's absolutely ideal. There was a contest for about a split second. But again, Methods on the back line with the ICR cleans them up brilliantly. There you go. It's Kismet now making his way in towards next. Phantoms not able to get it done. Lovely team fire coming through from E6. Over the flip we go. Third hard point now in the hands of E6.
Nice positioning from E6 as well. It's not just like they're all stacking the point. They've pushed up. They've got control pretty much everywhere you need to. Even Trophy they've got control of. Nice little sneaky play through vents. Would have been nice, should I say, but he found Mayhem with an ICR. Information gathered from General. Brezzy's going to try and help out. Isn't going to be able to. Overflowed at the back here. Flooded, if you like. General will go down. He's going to be calling upon his teammates, though, to backtrack and help him out.
Blast would have loved that trophy. Split second, Ali, but his teammates are loving it now. Godorex goes down to Saints, and as we see the presence now, the break from UYU has been good. A war on one front is all they needed. Lovely shots from Saints to not hit his teammate there. Fantastic work from him. And E6 now looking to close the gap with the final 10. The rotate comes through. Godorex is going to be in position. He will contend now with the charge from UYU. The tags are there. Calls out to his team. Now they line up for the next push. Mayhem does have a cluster to slow these players down. But that stun is going to slow him down a little bit more as he's still good. For the time being, Classic now makes the charge over the top. UYU with the lead. Brilliant break. Does cost them quite a lot, though. They still have a decent spawn, so they will be able to get back onto the point quickly now. Kismet's streak streams are over at 2:15, closed out, and now E6 charging onto the point.
Yeah, beautiful break from UYU to originally take back this hard point. But E6 are looking to do one better and just steal it away from them. No one able to hold at hard points, it seems right now, as UYU will once again be contested. No one getting any points, obviously, under contention. We'll be rotating to Trophy. Again, E6 currently have that spawn for Trophy, but pushing on through with 18 seconds. Mayhem gets away with the live Classic, looking for a kill. Have to slap another magazine in the soak. Finds one, and one will do here. UYU have that lead, and will get the scrap time.
So good from a Classic there. Really aggressive play, forcing those players out. Trying to give his boys the spawn, trying to give him the heads up from the next hard point. It's got our X though, he's sitting at the back, got the pinch on him. Just let that player slip by. Number 5, Phantoms. Has he just let this one go? Yep, he has. Godorex is going to keep the back safe. That's going to keep the members now of UYU spawning on the right-hand side of the map. Not where they want to be. Godorex, he's just he's dead. But you know, it was great. He keeps UYU out the fight for as long as he possibly can and allows E6 to get it.
Yeah, it was great, I will say. The movement that he used, he utilized that truck there at the back, and now he's got eyes on. He's going to see 2 at the back, and it's going to be a concussion to hand. Does connect with 1, so that's just going to halt the attack here. Lead change once again, 101 to 102. E6 do take the lead, and Kismet, the Maddox. Sometimes when it connects like that, there's no stopping it, especially in the hands of someone like Kismet here. 15 seconds left until that first rotation of hills is done. We'll be going back to the middle, and I said before, Money Hill in some cases. Quick little wrap around, we'll jump in. He's going to find himself 2, not going to be able to find any kills though.
Again, we're just seeing E6 really playing this hard point better right now, and while it was early, while UYU have had great holds, E6 have been more technically sound in their execution. Still, second set now begins.
It's nice from E6. They've literally pinched the window, pinched the vents, and now they start to jump on in. They've got window and vents under control. They have the hard point under control, and everyone just winning their individuals. Really strong stuff. Mayhem sliding through. Will trade with Classic actually there as the shot punch does connect. A lot of players now close to the specialist. How are UYU going to break into it? That's the question.
UYU's breaks have not been great. their third hard point on Trophy. Statue, sorry. That's where they do tend to have the break. But again, it takes a little bit of time. Here comes a break, a little bit more aggressive. Kismet down low. Brilliant work to clean up Classic there. Lovely stuff out of E6 again. The rotate is going down. They've got full control, but you need to watch that left-hand side of the map. Blast and Saints, they've snuck through. They might have managed to make this work. The kills come through. Waiting for the rest of the team, top right-hand side of the map. There's no way they can break it, but now it's a 2-on-2 here on the point. Now it's a 2-on-1. Mayhem finds 2 with the nades. That's lovely work. Blast, he has to now... he's been vision pulse. The jig is up! See ya! He's gone. Blast is going to get cleaned up. Kismet's going to get streaks now with that vision pulse still active. This is a great turn of events for E6. They're about to run this one home.
Well, looking to finalize it, I will say. Let's give a shout out to Kismet. 17 and 8. Streaks to play with. Nice shot punch. Doesn't need the punch, though, as he's jumping like a bunny. Trying to find another attack 5 boost. You'd love to see that. And he's going to find himself another slip slide. And see you later. Ah, Phantoms! You got a few extra bullets in your body for that one. The attack 5 boost definitely helped. He'll thank GodRx for that one later. But my goodness, what a hold that is for E6. And suddenly, as I pointed out, 102 to 101 is when the lead changed. One team has pretty much collected all the points since then. Lightning Strike available, Hellstorm to follow, War Machine, Slam as well. Our Enigma6 gonna put the nail in the coffin.
Go for it, Mayhem. Fists! Oh, there you have it. He gets the kill.
1 HP.
Yeah, there comes the attack 5 boosted UYU straight onto the point. Not having to break it from the back this time. They have top control. It sounds like a Tempest out for Blast right now. This shots now, not able to find much, but again, just holding the line, keeping them back. Saints, there they go, right in through the lobby. Brilliant break now from E6. The lobby's broken. Watch the back stairs as well as the coordinated attack comes through. Kismet, he doesn't need a break, nothing. He's got a Hellstorm, and it gets to GodRx now, and Brezzy leading the charge up over the top. With that ordnance from a sky, they have managed to punch right on through to the hard point. Minimal loss of life in that engagement as well. Brilliant stuff from E6. You have to hand it to him. The streaks usage for the entire series has been on point.
Yeah, it really has. We will see a rotation. This is where you're going to see Vision Pulse just come in from Phantom, so they're trying to lock this down. Slam for both teams. Saints with the War Machine so close to that one as well.
Yeah, no!
Oh, whoa. What's going on?
Oh, General just comes out of nowhere and he stops that play from happening. Now we're going to see the hard point still in the hands of UYU. Up over the top go 3 members to bring down General. Brezzy's now in mid-map. Slam at the ready. He doesn't have the Vision Pulse to work with anymore. So we are going to have no clear-cut idea of where these players are. Saints, War Machine's out, holding the line. This is a solid hold from UYU. Chance to get another 30 out of this. There's only one player now trying to hit the break. They have invested the War Machine here, so we will not be seeing that in the next hard point where it is, let's face it, pretty bloody useful. Nonetheless.
Always useful, always useful. I will say here, Enigma6, they're not going to be able to end it here, but they're going to go for one last break, and interestingly enough, they're going to get it. So this 15 seconds is going to put them pretty much on 245. Now, one break is all they need. How they go about this is going to be interesting. They do have Brezzy with the Slam, maybe looking for that entrance. What if they pick up the kills like they just did there? General Mayhem, team shots coming down. Slam on the other side as well. Both sides, in fact, here. 8 points is all E6 need to close out the series.
Yeah, it's going to be one decent set of kills. The Slam comes through from Classic on the defense. That top window, he just obliterated that office. 2 more players making their way through that B Street. Brezzy now slow and steady as he makes his way forward. The Slam at the ready as well. He could slam this series right shut with that one play. Can he find anything on the doorway? As you see, you've got them off the point. 2 up top. It's going to be kills for GodRx. Jonah now leading the charge from behind. He's going to make his way forward. Saints takes out a teammate, but it's not over yet. Brezzy, Slam at the ready, goes through for 2, and that's it for the series. Unless anyone can contest, it's a final 6 for the win. It's fists for General, and that sucker punch, that gut punch is a 3-1 to E6.
Beautifully done. Finished in style, and General, without a bullet in the chamber, gets it done with the right hook. What a beautiful Slam there coming in from Brezzy. I thought that game was going to end a lot quicker in the sense of the hard point, but UYU, they push it to trophy. Well, they will lose out. And E6, again, win those 3 respawns.
Respawns strong from E6. Got a little bit of work to do on Search and Destroy, and again, that's Nothing that, they can't get done in time for Miami, in time for the rest of the matches they have this week. Fantastic practice all around here at the Pro League. Still, friends, that is our first series finished for the afternoon, evening, or night, wherever you are. Coming up next, though, got a fun one. Hey, we're getting ahead of ourselves. We've still got our PlayStation Interaction. There might be a play of the game. Who knows? I'm getting ahead of myself. But that was a good showing from E6. Again, 3-1 loss yesterday. Same for UYU. A 3-1 win today. Practice makes perfect. I mean, I'm not quite sure what the sort of level is for this UYU squad, but all for E6 at this point. But either way, that's not for us to discuss. That's for the desk to talk about. Katie, take it away.
Thank you so much, Miles. And UYU handed their second 3-1 loss in 2 days, and they are officially eliminated from playoff bracket contention with that. Enigma6 taking it again, 3-1. Now, Pac, what were your takeaways from that whole entire series?
UYU's chemistry and respawn just isn't there at all. They just look horrible in respawns. They've now back-to-back days where they've lost all of them. I mean, they really don't even look close.
No.
Like they're getting blown up by everyone. They just made E6 look like superstars, and yesterday E6 lost all their respawns. So it's just, to me, congratulations to E6 first of all. They played really well, but UYU has no teamwork in the respawns. They don't shoot together. They just don't play together well right now. They have a lot of work to do for sure.
Yeah, stats show the bigger picture too, because there'll be like a different player that's getting destroyed on every single map. So it's not like there's one player to blame here. It's just like a team effort. They don't have teamwork, and it's leading to people underperforming.
Nameless, do you think that UYU should have made as many changes as they did?
Yeah. I do think so. I think that it'll take some time for them to get better. I think eventually this roster will be better than the last iteration of it, but given the circumstances and what's on the line in the next couple of tournaments, you have to try to make something happen. You have to make a change if your team is, clearly not going to be able to get top 8. So, they had to take a shot in the dark, and hopefully it works out for them. But yes, I do think they needed to make a change.
They could have made different changes, in my opinion. To me, Method should be running a main AR, not a Maddox, and just their team is a little bit slow. Their pacing's completely off. We always talk about that, and that's what I feel whenever I watch UYU. Their respawns. That's why they're getting blown out in the respawns. They're just not together on the map.
Well, that seems like one of the biggest critique study for a couple of these teams, like Envy maybe, or UYU, or otherwise, that they're just too slow. That's kind of like, would you agree that's kind of the biggest issue some of these teams face?
I just feel like most of these
pacing?
teams, it's just their pacing. It's just on two totally different paces. On that first map, we saw Blastful pick up a two-piece on the Lambo side. They had the full setup, and then he decides to just push out the back driveway. Doesn't really make sense. He left his teammate to dry in that hill. It was 1v4 at that point. They got destroyed at Lambo 104-29, and outslayed on that first map by 41 kills.
Sheesh.
That's honestly unbelievable on the side of that team, but just overall, the only thing that you can take away is that your S&D is kind of consistent. So far, those are the only 2 maps you won. S&D, if you're able to push it to a game 5, it'll be a lot better. You're feeling confident, but you just got to work on your respawns, but they got a lot of time. They got 2 months to work on their hardpoint and their control.
All right, let's look at our schedule. Moving things right along here. That is going to be Luminosity versus Units coming up next. We'll see what happens there. But again, you're just tuning in. That is Enigma6 3-1ing UYU to kick things off today. UYU still struggling, still looking for a win. They've got 2 more days to get it. Coming back, we're going to be talking Luminosity versus Units.